There's a question I'm asked that's often repeated. Now I'm going to answer, so get yourself seated. And what you will hear is completely true. And it won't take me long to get my point across for those of you fighting this battle that's lost. When I'm done, it might make more sense to you. Here we go. Well, I've dated some loonies and lived with some dirties. I've had a rough life through my 20s and 30s, and I barely made it through this past year. Everyone needs an inspiration to follow, something to lean on when life's hard to swallow, and it just turns out mine is beer. That's right. I get a decent sized cooler and a big bag of ice and a case of Natties or Bud Light would be nice, and I lean back in my chair and tune on my station. And I know it don't take my problems away, but it helps me forget them till the next day. I like to call it a temporary vacation. So don't ask me why I drink. Stop and think. This creek bank is my beach. This Bud Light is my peach. There's a guitar in my hand. My voice is my band. Please just stop and think before you ask me why I drink. Well, I've been wronged by friends and cheated by others, but who would have thunk it from my own damn mother? It's funny, who you think you can trust? But there won't be any heartache here. I'll throw a log on the fire and grab me a beer, and you can call me whatever if you must. I got a list of people who can kiss my ass. I don't dwell on it though, because it's all in the past, but I'll never forget their evil ways. And I have to forgive them, cause that's God's plan, but I don't have to like them ever again. And there's a lot less stress in my life these days. So don't ask me why I drink. Stop and think. The 4 years in the Corps have made my body sore. There's a pain that runs down my back. My knees crack. Maybe just stop and think before you ask me why I drink. He was 14 and I know he remembers my last fight with his mama before I left that September. I hugged him tight and then I slammed that door. And I know how he feels, cause I remember the day that I watched out the window as my dad drove away, and it left me feeling confused and tore. But as time passed by, it was clear to see, just because he left her didn't mean he left me. And someday soon my boy will also know. There comes a time when enough is enough. It gets so old, always fighting and stuff, but I sure miss watching him grow. So don't ask me why I drink. Stop and think. This cold beer in my hand just might be my best friend. I'm living in my truck. I'm down to my last buck. Please just stop and think before you ask me why I drink. I mean, think before you speak. And don't ask me why I drink. Now you know.